UrsaMidnight and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are making a house for our world save. So this I actually just recorded on my OBS and I just kind of decided to make my own. Now this house actually is the second time I've made it because the first time I made it I accidentally what did I do again? Oh, I didn't save it. So when I exited out of the game, I forgot to press save. So I didn't have the house anymore because my mouse, after building this lovely house, decided to act up, causing trouble, and I ended up not having a mouse that worked. So that is why that usually my building is a lot more smoother. This one is not. And I'm having to turn awkwardly is because after the first game's recording, my mouse was fine, but then I went to go and save, my mouse was acting up, I got distracted, forgot to save. So instead of the first original recording, I had to delete that and then remake it due to the fact I couldn't remember fully on how I made this house. So I had to, like, all the decorations, I knew the layout of how to do it, I just couldn't remember the one other parts to it. Originally I did have windows on the sides of the first house, but I chose to not do that. So here you can see me kind of playing around. My mouse movements are a lot more jagged, not as clean as they normally are due to the fact that I was using my laptop's mouse pad. So this house is actually a modern house. I went with like a green theme, made like a small bedroom for nursery, a parent's room, a bathroom, and a kitchen, dining room, living room area. This is on the gallery under May and Marie, so if you want to download it, you can. It's quite easy to download, and as you can see, decorating and putting in the flooring without a mouse is a lot different than what I'm used to. I am very much used to having access to a mouse that lets me move certain ways. So I did my best, honestly. It's not as detailed, I feel like, as the original was, but it's still pretty detailed. I had a lot of fun. I decided to make this like a baby girl room, so she has her own little space. This was a lot of fun to me, I think. As you can see, I'm like struggling to get it where I can look inside of the nursery just to work in it. So as you can see, I did struggle a lot with that, but worst case scenario, we did end up making it work. We have a really cute carpet for the nursery. It's like kind of a pinkish themed while also being pretty neutral, I would say. So definitely going to give this sim a daughter who lives here. I haven't decided if it's going to be a single parent or a couple, but as of right now they just have a little infant. And then here I'm making their bedroom very yellow. I did show hidden objects. That's one of my favorite commands because I really liked this bedding set, so I wanted to use that for this house because I was also basing it off of the original house that I did create. Later on, I'm moving that mirror into a different spot because it occurred to me that the old bedroom had different placement, as you can see. And then I'll add in a carpet in a little bit. I also had to remember what all decorations I used. And I used snow globes, so I had to figure out which ones I used. It took me a minute to find them, but then once I did, I was like, okay, what else can I put in the bedroom? So here you can see me searching, trying to figure out what to put in. And normally, because of my mouse wheel, I'm able to just scroll, but this I had to like physically go through. And I kept pressing O, which is now a new different keybind. I thought O meant like it dragged you away, but nope. so that was fun to try to figure out. And then, yeah, so I designed a bathroom with a bathtub and shower connection, just so that way with the infant, the family can take care of all their needs in this one house. So yeah, we it was a lot of fun, honestly, building in the house and kind of decorating it to match this family. I didn't know exactly where I was going to put something, so that's why you can see me trying to figure it out. And then I realized that the porch was too close, too far up, and then I realized I never put a roof on the house. So on the one side, so I had to move the roof onto that side. And all in general, honestly, this was a pretty easy build. Once I remembered how I had it, I decided to go with like a green kitchen for this house, even though this house is very neutral. I wanted it to kind of have like a little green area. I was debating on putting back a window, and then I didn't like how that looked, so then I decided against it. So, and then I just ended up adding some windows, and then I was like, no, I don't like that either. So then we just did cabinets. So as you can see, like building in The Sims, you go through a lot of different changes. You're like, do I like this look? Do I not like this look? And that's kind of basically how my brain works when I'm decorating, because I'm like, do I like how this might look? I don't know. And then I was like, do I want to add a table? And I was trying to figure out what table I wanted to use, but I wanted to match the kitchen area, so I went with the same pack for the dining room. And yeah, so this was kind of what I was doing today. Excuse me. I was just trying to figure out what I liked. I really like this one pack's like couch set. It's one of my favorites. And then I added a little table, and then I'll add a TV, and it all kind of correlates together. And I was trying to figure out where to put a bookshelf. At first I stacked it on top of each other, and then I felt like it looked too long after a little bit, so you'll see that I decided to change my mind, and I don't go with the one shelf. I just go with one instead of two shelves. And then I was looking, and I started working on the backyard. So I had like I thought you could put chairs with this table. Apparently you can't use the same chairs. So here I'm gonna have to, figure that out, and I was like, oh. So then I just went with a picnic bench, and then I wanted to add a swing set just to kind of give it that homey vibe, and just trying to make fun with it. I was originally going to put an AC unit in the house, and then realized I forgot a mirror. And then I looked at the AC and realized it does not match. We had to add some flooring. We did some plants outside, just trying to add some greenery to the house area, just trying to make it more fun. And then I added rocks. I was trying to match the exterior of the house with the area around it, just trying to merge it all together. I added a trash can, and then I was like, oh, I don't like the AC, so I took that down and took off a radio. Then I added some decorations just to make the room pop a bit. So this was, I think, a lot of fun for me, because I got to kind of see what I might like, and then I said, ooh, this is all done. Oh wait, we forgot curtains, so then we had to add curtains really fast. So the whole house got some curtains, which I really do like. I think I ended up going with different curtains because these would not sit the right way on both ones, and I didn't like that, so I decided to change it to a different curtain. And then I went with like a little skinny curtain for there, and then something for the daughter's room. And yeah, that was basically the whole house. It was pretty easy to make. And then I realized I messed up a little bit on the roof thing, so we just fixed the roof. And yeah, that was the whole house.